everyone, Al here. So I got a request a little while ago to do a review on what I carry with me while I'm moose hunting. So this is it. I got the new Badlands 2200. This is brand new to me. I used to have a Sitka pack, but it just didn't work with my body. It hurt my neck way too much packing it. So I'm gonna go through what I carry. If I know I'm going to a spot where I'm gonna sit for a while, I'll always bring this chair. Otherwise, it's always in my quad. If I'm just gonna go for a hike and the weather's decent, if there's snow on the ground, I'll pack it. But if not, it's always in my quad and I use it a lot. I'll show you how I use it here in a bit. It's just a stadium chair called Crazy Creek. I bought it on eBay years ago, and it is very nice, very comfortable. It's like laying in a lounge chair when you use it. So in my Alaska Guide Creations, I have my Atlas Bipod. Always have this with me with the feet. I have extensions. So it just clips in. And then I can also go out. And it absolutely love these. It's got the quick connect too on the pick rail. Every one of my rifles has a pick rail connect on it. So that's about it in there. Here I always have a cloth for cleaning my lenses. And I think I always carry extra earplugs in here as well, because I shoot heavy magnums and they're loud with the brakes on them. And I'll only shoot it without earplugs if it's a quick situation. So there's the Atlas Bipod. Always carry bear spray, because I am in bear country, as you all know. So that's always with me. Binoculars, always got my binoculars. These are just Leopold 10x50s. Olympics, they're cheap, but they work good with my eyes. When I purchased these binoculars, I went through all the major sporting goods stores, tried everything from Leica, Zeiss, Swarovski, everything, and these fit my eyes the best. Also carry some wind checker in here. Always got the wind checker, and that's always in here. And when you're hunting moose, that's one of their main defenses, is their nose. Okay, so moving on, in the front here, I got my Kestrel. I go nowhere without this Kestrel. This is the Kestrel 57 E-Lite with the link. I got everything in here, all my ballistics for all my rifles, and it is spot on. I go nowhere. I don't hunt, compete, or anything without this thing. And then I also have my rangefinder. This is the new SIG Kilo 8K, and works with base maps, and it'll range out to 8 kilometers, and I so far really like it. I usually carry extra earplugs here. When I'm hunting, this is where I usually keep my earplugs, so I can just pull them out real quick and put them in if I have to. Usually in one of these side pockets, I don't have it right now, but I'll carry just a little mouth with predator call for in case I decide to call it predator. And then the other side here, I keep extra batteries for rangefinder, Kestrel, etc. And in the back here, there's a little zippered pouch back here. I keep, well, that's where I got batteries right now, but I also keep a compass in there, just in case. Just in case. And then I have batteries as well. I guess that's where I put my batteries now. So that's a battery for a rangefinder, another one for the rangefinder, and there's one for a Kestrel usually in there as well, but there's not right now. It's not hunting season. So. Okay, now I always have around my neck my Inreach, and it's always connected with my phone, so I can map where I'm going and see where I've been. Works really well. The mapping on this isn't that great, but when you use the app on your phone, I just let that hang there, and I just use my phone. And I usually have my phone in my side cargo pocket. And then here also, I always have a camera. Why do I always have a camera with me? Well, it could be because I have a YouTube channel. But I always carry this camera with me. It's always on my side where I can get at it quick. And usually when I'm hunting, I have the GoPro we're using right now. So I'll just let my binoculars hang like this. I know it looks uncomfortable, but with a big collar and stuff, you don't notice it. And I leave my GoPro in here, so it's quick to get at as well. Okay, so that's all that stuff. I used this pack once on a turkey hunt, which you guys will be watching shortly. And you don't even know what's on your back. So I don't need this stuff on me anymore, so I'm gonna take it off, and I just always have a double backup. That way, say this string breaks, it's gonna hang from there, or if this string breaks, it's gonna hang from there. I don't wanna lose anything when I'm hunting. And these Alaska Guide Creations, they're very comfortable. Easy to take on and off. Now I have a shell belt. I always have this shell belt on me and a Leatherman. My cousin Rick, he made this for me. It's an Rcmp Ceremonial belt, I think it's called. I'm not sure where he got it, but he built this here for me. And he even put my name in it on the back for me. And I usually keep about 10 on here. I don't carry 15, 10 or 12. I think I carry 12 because I put 2 in my gun all the time, and then I got 10 extras. But in my quad, I always carry 10 extra shells, just so I can get at them when I need them. Okay, so here's the pack. So when I'm going moose hunting and I'm going for a hike for the day, I always bring this. I have called in my last 3 moose with this thing raking it in. As you've probably seen from the videos, this thing, you guys should get one. And then I always bring Mildred the moose decoy with me. She's amazing, and she has brought in many moose for me. Yep, she's good company, and the guys seem to find her really attractive because they always seem to come in. Okay, so like I said, this is a new 2200 Badlands. So I always have my tripod. This is invaluable. This is the Vortex Summit Carbon. They don't even make it anymore, but super light. Like I said, it's carbon. I think they quit making it because it kept breaking. I broke it a few times, but you know, we all know how Vortex warranty is. It's they say bomb-proof. So usually they send me the parts and I fix it myself. I don't see the point in me sending it all the way to them when I have the knowledge to fix it myself. It's usually something simple. Snipe pods, you've seen my review on the snipe pods. Always come with me, and the last 2 moose I shot was with the snipe pods. I always have toilet paper and wet ones. We all know why. One thing with this pack, I'd like to say to Badlands, if you're watching this, my spotting scope does not fit in your spotting scope holder. You made it for basically one brand, and it's either Vortex or 2 brands. It's either Vortex or Swarovski. Look at my spotting scope. It does not fit in this little thing, and it would be perfect if it did. Make this a little bigger. Can you do that for me? Always have the spotting scope with me. I bought this spotting scope years and years and years ago. I was probably in my early 20s still. And the guy I bought it from still has a store, Secret Creek in Trail. Good buddy of mine, Jay, he runs that store. But this is the Leupold 12x40, one of the first ones that ever came out, and I still carry it with me wherever I go every day. Of course, I always carry food in here as well. Usually when I'm moose hunting, it's the same thing, a couple peanut butter and jam sandwiches, sport drinks, I drink lots of water, and I carry protein bars and granola bars and trail mix and that kind of stuff. I don't have that in here now, but that's what I carry. Okay, so I'll go through that in a minute here. I always carry a rear bag, and this is the rear bag I carry. Sage Flats shooting bag. I still thank the guy. When I shot my first match in the States, it was my very first match. I ran into these guys, I believe they're from Montana, and they knew I was a first-time shooter, and it was amazing how people treated me. They gave me stuff and helped me out and lent me stuff, and I'd like to thank this company here, which is Sage Flats Shooting LLC, I think it is, or Shooter LLC. They gave me this and said I could keep it, and I can't thank you guys enough, and I still pack it with me all the time, and that was in 2016 when I shot my first match. So thanks a lot. And of course a knife, and I use the Buck 119. My grandfather bought me this. Man, I was a teenager still, so I'm 53 now, so many years ago. And he bought all my cousins and my uncle, my dad one as well, and everyone that still hunts in the family still uses them. They're amazing for moose, and they keep their edge, and I can't say enough about them. So, radio. Always carry a radio with us so we can keep in contact with each other. It's just a safety thing. And here's a little warning: if you're going to buy radios, don't buy camouflage. You buy camouflage, you lose them. I've lost 2. That's why the blue flag's on there. So when I put it down, lots of times I'll put it down, I'll see something, and then get all excited, whatever, focus, and I leave the radio behind. So don't buy camouflage. Okay, here's a little flashlight. This is a real nifty little flashlight. It's a Streamlight, very bright, and super light too, and has it'll last many hours and has different levels on it. I still got a protein bar in there, and garbage. And I carry a headlamp, and I also bring this everywhere I go hunting. You guys have seen this before, but I'm going to show you again. This is my uncle's in there. This is the gun he used to shoot. It's a 300 H&H Magnum. When he passed away, I'm sure I told you all this before in one of my other videos. I got some of his ashes put in here, where I did it myself, and I did a few other ones for my cousins as well. And I pack him hunting with me all the time because he taught me just about everything I know about hunting in the backcountry. So he still comes with me and brings me good luck. That I'm sure of. Okay, just a GoPro mount. And so if I want to clip it on here while I'm going or whatever, I have quite a bit of camera gear and stuff. I always carry black tape. I always tape my boots. The country we walk in has a lot of brush and stuff, and it's really thick. And if you don't tape your boots, found that as you walked, the bushes would untie them all the time. It'd be a pain in the ass. You'd have to stop and tie your boots all the time. So just like hockey players tie their skates, I tape my boots. Okay, aspirins. Always have Advil and Tylenol with me, because when you get old, you get lots of aches and pains, and that helps stop them. Okay, a pull through for the rifle. This is just a bore snake for a 338, because I shoot a 338 Lapua when I'm moose hunting, and I always carry an extra lighter as well. Of course, I got my hunting license with tags. And then I always carry a notebook. Lots of times if I'm sitting there and I'm just waiting for a moose to come or whatever, I will just start writing down the date, the weather, what I've seen days before, and that'll help me for other years. This book has lots of notes in it from, man, I don't know how far it goes. And also this is the instructions on how to fold Mildred back up, because she can be very uncooperative sometimes. She doesn't like to be folded up. Yeah, here's some from October 26th, 2016. Here's another note, September 13th. Morning was 6 degrees and in camp, frosty on mountain, went to crossing, covered a ton of country glassing, seen one moose over towards the lake. And I just have all that kind of stuff in there. So even if I'm sitting there from year to year, I can read. Or if I'm in camp going, well, what happened last year, the year before, whatever, I have it all written down in my notes. I don't usually pack the Havalon with me. I just have it in here when I was turkey hunting. This I usually just bring when I'm backpacking. But I always carry this little skinning knife, and I have another Browning knife with a gutting blade. Okay, this is a Browning knife here. I don't know if you can see it very good, but that's it. And it has that gutting blade on it. It's got that little hook on it so that you don't have to worry about cutting the stomach contents, or when you're doing the diaphragm on the inside on either side of the rib cage, you don't have to worry about poking the gut or the stomachs or intestines or stuff. One thing I will warn you with this knife in particular, and I found out the hard way, it doesn't have a lock on it. And yes, I closed it on my fingers when I was inside a moose cavity. So make sure your knife has a lock on it before you start digging around in there, because it will close on you. The main blade has a lock on it, right there. This one doesn't, the one I need doesn't when I'm with the gutting blade. And then there's also this blade here. Comes in handy if you gotta cut through small bone or something. Might come in handy for something. Cutting a tree out of the way or something. Oh, these are kind of handy. Buy them at Costco. They're little hand warmers, and I use them quite a bit. I buy them by the box. So yeah, I recommend those. And this goes with me everywhere as well. This is another Leatherman. I know I carry 2 Leathermans when I'm moose hunting, but oh well. This is called the Juice. Leatherman Juice. And it has all the little tools and stuff on it. It's perfect. Okay, that's that. There's another protein bar in there. Of course, I'll fill it up with other, probably gloves or stuff. Ribbon. I know this isn't a full roll, but the country we hunt moose in is very thick. I mean, that bush can be 6-7 feet tall. And even when the moose is laying there and say you go back to get your quad or a pack board, whatever, when you come back, it's like, okay, where'd the moose go? Always have at least 20 feet of this stuff. And after you shoot your moose and you confirmed it's down and you're gonna go get the other guys or you're gonna go get your quad, always ribbon a trail out. And I try to find a ribbon the trail that with the quad I'll be able to drive on. That way, when I'm coming back in, the 3 of us, we can just follow the ribbon right to the moose. And that seems to work really well. Side pouch. Okay, the side pouch. When you're making a stalk or a play on something and you get hungry, you don't have time to stop. I always carry some honey stingers and even honey stinger gels. They don't taste that good, but they usually give you a good shot of energy to get you where you gotta go. I don't carry a big Wyoming saw. I have one, but I don't carry it with me because most of the time I'm within a few miles of the quad, and if I shoot a moose and it's happened and it's going to get dark and we can't get that moose out that night, we still have the means to get the guts out of the moose and open it up so it'll stay cool. I don't need to pack the Wyoming saw. Could always use, well, actually I did. We shot a smaller moose one time in 16 and we couldn't get the quads to it before it got dark, so we just took the guts out of it real quick, and I think I did cut the pelvic bone with that little Browning knife, and it worked good. So that's pretty much all I carry in my pack. I don't think I missed anything other than, I got the flashlights. Oh, this little bag. Let's see what I carry in this bag. So this here is the 2200. I'm going to be using it for the first time this year. I did use it on the turkey hunt and it was good. I didn't even know it was on my back. So I'm really happy with that thing. In this bag, I carry a knife sharpener. Always have a knife sharpener. An EpiPen with some, because I'm allergic to bees and so is Rick. And I have the tools on here to strip my gun down if I have to. I have never had to, but you never know. Extra buckles. Always have extra buckles in case I bust a buckle. If you break a buckle, you're gonna be screwed. And then I have another lighter, tape measure, and some more tape, and just some straps for in case I gotta, say I find a nice moose horn or something and I wanna bring it back, I can use this strap to strap it to my pack. Or a caribou horn like that one I got up there. That's actually, I found that one. Usually another lighter. I always carry lots of lighters. You can't have enough lighters. And a little survival candle and some fire starter. And then I always carry gloves. I always carry these gloves if I'm gonna be gutting a moose or skinning a moose, or if I shoot a wolf and I'm gonna skin a wolf. I'll use that to keep my hands somewhat clean. And this is that chair again, so I'm pretty much going through all my pack. That's what I carry in my pack when I'm moose hunting, other than food. And like I say, a couple peanut butter sandwiches, granola bars. Don't want to repeat myself too much. It's probably gonna get dirt all over because it's probably dirty. Okay, so this is the Crazy Creek chair. Super comfortable. And it's kind of a pain to get into, but you just kind of get into it like this. And then you can adjust it here. And I can sit here in glass for hours. You can see how I'm rocking. It's almost like a recliner chair, and it is super comfortable. I recommend this if you're going to do tons of glassing. I mean, like I say, if I know I'm going to go to the top of a mountain and I'm going to be sitting there for a few hours, I pack this with me. I mean, look how comfortable it is. And yeah, I've even almost fallen asleep in this thing. And so that's it. And it just rolls up. You can roll it a little tighter. I normally would. Just put that down, and there you go. And that is that. So that is my review for what I carry with me when I'm moose hunting. So I hope you like it. If you have any questions or any other ideas that might help me out, let me know. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know. And I know I still got to do a review on Marlin's 338 Norma, and that'll be coming up soon too. Thanks again for watching, everybody.